Polling happened on the 1st of December. There are 150 wards spread across 6 zones in the Greater Hyderabad municipal election. The voting percentage was 46.6. That's just 1% more than the voting that was registered in the last elections in 2016. About 74.44 lakh voters were eligible to vote, out of whom 34,54,552 voters turned up and cast their ballot. There is a lot at stake, because if the Bharatiya Janata Party is able to make substantial inroads and if not dislodge, at this moment it seems they could well dislodge, but if not dislodge, but come close to dislodging the TRS, it upturns the political calculation of Telangana and in turn of South Indian politics, because so far the BJP has been restricted to the state of Karnataka, hasn't been able to make inroads in Tamil Nadu or in Andhra Pradesh or in Kerala. If they find another foothold in Telangana, that gives the BJP the opportunity to penetrate deeper into the south. So what's at play? Joining us on this broadcast is T.S. Sudhir, well-known political analyst out of Hyderabad, understands the ins and outs of the local politics. King Shuk Nag joins us, has been editor of prominent newspapers in the state. Javed Ansari joins us. Kalyani Shankar joins us, long-time political analyst. I want to go across to Sudhir first, because give our viewers a sense, Sudhir, of whether these are now trends which are firming up. Are these still just initial postal ballots? How much inference can be drawn from the fact that at 10/17 on counting day, the BJP stands double where the TRS is at this moment?
Well, Rahul, these are just about less than 2,000 votes, so I wouldn't really take them very seriously. They are not really indicative of any kind of larger trend. So we'll have to wait for the first few rounds figures to come out in order to understand which way the wind is blowing. Now, the TRS obviously will be judged against its own benchmark, that is 99 seats that it won in 2016. So the TRS is under pressure, that not just because it's a ruling party here in Telangana, also because it did so well 4 years ago. So it would be judged as to how many seats of those 99 it is able to retain in the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. The BJP has really been the talk of the town over the last fortnight, the way it conducted its campaign, the very strident campaign, and also the kind of messaging, the big messaging that it has tried to impart to the people of Hyderabad and also Telangana at large, that what it really means to have a more aggressive BJP in Hyderabad and Telangana. For one, it is basically telling the people of Telangana that now it is the main opposition party, not the Congress. And it is also sending a message to the TRS not to take it lightly. And the most important message is to the BJP cadre itself, that Telangana is now a low-hanging fruit which they should go all out for. Given the fact that, as I just mentioned, that Karnataka was its gateway to the south, it's basically trying to create a second gateway through Telangana to the South India strategy of the BJP.
King Shuk Nag, what's your reading of the state of play? These are indeed very initial trends. It's a slow counting process. How much of an impact do you think the BJP will be able to have in the Telangana elections, in the Hyderabad elections, and what impact will this have on state politics between now and the next assembly elections?
The municipal elections are very small, and I don't look at the results, and these are very initial results. But the fact of the matter is that BJP did not enter these municipal elections and make it so high profile so that even TV channels like you are covering from Delhi, they did this entry only. This is only a penultimate entry because they are looking at capturing the state in the next assembly elections in 2023. And BJP was virtually absent here. And with the downfall of the Congress and TDP earlier, they want to make a mark. And that's why they participated in the election are doing so in a very high profile manner. So this is only the semi-final for them. Now the real game will start. Now for the next 2-3 years, you'll see BJP intensifying its activities in Telangana so that in 2023 they are able to win the state.
No, but this classically, Javed Ansari, reflects everything that's wrong with the Congress party, because so far they were the principal opposition. They helped create the state of Telangana, got no benefit for it, and they didn't even put up much of a fight in the Hyderabad municipal elections. Look at the way Amit Shah, Jai Prakash Nadda, Yogi Adityanath, the leading lights of the Bharatiya Janata Party, going out, doing road shows, fighting this election as if their life depended on it when it didn't. And the Congress, which could have been the principal opposition, hardly even bothering with the election. It doesn't matter, theek hai, one more state, we lose our position as principal opposition. Theek hai, chalta hai. It's just bizarre.
Rahul, there is no denying the fact that the ground has shifted irrevocably from under the Congress party's feet. They won just 2 seats the last time around, and they should consider themselves very lucky if they retain those 2. So that's where things stand. For the BJP, wherever the BJP senses an opportunity, the BJP, whether you like them or not, you have to admit that their tenacity, their fighting spirit, they fight for every blade of grass, every inch of the political turf. Wherever they sense an opportunity, they go whole hog. And I agree with Kinshuk when he says that this is not the final. They are making their presence felt. Even for argument's sake, if they do not become the #1 party in the municipal corporation elections, they will have firmly established their credentials as the main opposition party, and the TRS will henceforth have to constantly look over their shoulder and what the BJP is doing. Hyderabad Municipal Corporation is just a springboard. They will use this to enlarge their footprint in Telangana, and wherever there is a sizable minority population, the BJP senses an opportunity. They have a ready-made game plan, a template which they put in force. So if it's Jinnah here, it's Mia Musharraf elsewhere, it's somebody else elsewhere. They play this card to the hilt and they expand their footprint.
Okay, quick word from Kalyani Shankar. You've seen the evolution of the politics of the state of Telangana. How are you reading the state of play this morning? The BJP leading on 79 divisions, the TRS at this moment only on 33, the AIMIM on 18. Those are the initial trends so far. What's your reading?
Well, actually, as all the other panelists have said, it's very initial stages. We will have to wait for the actual voting, which they have started counting. And the second thing is that BJP has been trying to get its foothold for years. I lived in Hyderabad also. I've been watching the BJP's progress. There was a time when only Venkaiah Naidu was only MLA for BJP. But then since then, they have not been able to increase their tally in the assembly or even in the Lok Sabha. But now BJP is trying to, past few years, it has been trying to, there's a pattern in that you see BJP is trying to become #2 in Orissa. They have become #2 actually. And then in West Bengal, their ambition is trying to become #2. Same thing probably with Telangana also. If they get the #2 position, it will be a big thing for them. But the point is that BJP is only 2 seats now. Even if they multiplied by 100 times, how much will that be? 50 times, how much will that be? So I have a feeling that, as your correspondent said, the BJP's highest estimate is about 50. If they get 50, even then, they will not get the mayor because, that will be cutting down the TRS's number. So AIMIM will have 40, 45 forever. I mean, you cannot just, go there at all. Any other party can get any seats there. So with the AIMIM, TRS can get the first woman mayor. So to an extent, TRS can be happy, but I don't believe ultimately that TRS can lose so badly. BJP, in my opinion, could get about 30, 35.
Okay, so we will see. This political crystal ball gazing is always interesting, but in just a few hours, we will have the final result. Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.